Hi, everybody. Today is one of our Espresso Chats with one of our long-term corporate partners, Connie Parsons. And Connie, how are you today? I'm so excited that you're joining us.
I'm well. How are you, Taney?
I'm well. Thank you very much. Cold, but well, here in Maryland. So tell us a little bit about the company and how long you've been involved with ALCA, and just give us just tell us why you're involved with ALCA.
Our company is IlluminAge. We have been involved with the Aging Life Care Association since before they were the Aging Life Care Association. But probably strongly involved with ALCA for about 15 years. We have worked in the aging space for about 30 years as a company.
Wow.
We began in that space, of course, 30 years ago, not in digital, where we are primarily today, but in print communications. And in a lot of communications that have largely been mostly taken, not replaced by digital in a lot of ways, brochures, patient communications. So we've been around for about 30 years. We began working with ALCA really strongly about 15 years ago. Interestingly, the founders of this company are very good friends with one of the founding members of ALCA, Mary Lynn Pannon, from here in Seattle. So we knew who you were. We were already in the aging space. We were working with senior living and senior care. And I had joined the company, and we knew we needed to diversify in the space of aging. And we knew we needed to diversify as a company in the space and we wanted to stay in aging. And so moving into care management was a natural fit for us as a company. So we've worked with you guys. We did your website long ago. We've worked with multiple chapters on their websites and now on digital communications. We work with care managers nationally on their websites and on digital marketing, right? Because over the course of this time of our lives, print newsletters have been taken over by social media and email marketing and online reviews and all the other things you now have to do to reach your customers. And so that's what we do with ALCA members, is strongly help them with digital marketing, from web to social media to content development, email marketing, and managing their online platforms.
And all our members need that help, and some more so than others.
I think it's true. And I think that one of the things to remember as a care manager, and you have kind of touched on this conversation, is why we need to do this. A lot of care managers really depend on in their business, and rightly so. It's a referral business.
Absolutely.
You step into care management, you become a care manager. Most people who are successful because they have strong referral sources. They've made a name for themselves in the community. But I think it's important to remember, and this is a challenge that ALCA works on and has worked on for years, and I think you guys do great work in this space, is that care management as a brand or care management as a household name, it's not quite the same as home care yet, right? People are a little confused about what it is and what care managers do.
Right.
So I think digital marketing as an effort for a care manager can be looked at as the same way as ALCA probably looks at digital marketing. It's important to you as an individual business to be out in your community digitally, to be found on the internet, both for you as a business, even though you might not get all your referrals from there, but as a brand, you develop your brand there, but also as a profession, as a greater part of the profession, right? To let people know what care managers do and how they help you. I mean, it's interesting. I've been to the conference a number of times, and you guys are such a good network of referral sources for each other.
Yes.
And I saw a care manager used to speak on business development, and she said to newcomers, she's like, if you don't have a website and you are working in an area where I want to refer to you, I can't do it if you don't have a website. And it's becoming like that with more things, with social and all of the things.
You know, doing member forums last year during COVID, we did a lot of them, and a lot of our members continue to say, I don't advertise. But I don't advertise is very different than putting a stake in the ground about the brand and what the brand does and how they do it. And you don't have to advertise, but I think you do need a website today or one page or something up there and out there. You know, I have been on a crusade to get our members just to put their pictures on our directory. I keep saying to them, if I go to Annapolis, Maryland, and there's only 3 people within 25 miles, why will I pick the person that doesn't have their picture? I'm going to pick one of the 2 that have their picture. So put your picture up. And I'm still on that crusade because, and we now have, Callie has just done how to do it. And of course, Joe will always help them do it. And you can always take your picture on your cell phone and put it up until you have a professional done. Next time
I think if you
at the conference, which won't be till 2022, we are going to have a professional photographer there taking pictures. I've got to tell you. And then there's no excuse. But I think you need that out there. And you need to be connected to some place that people can go and see what care management is and how you work. Again, it's not, I don't think that's really, it is advertising, but it's not. It's informational and it helps the brand. And I think that's really important.
A lot of your members, because we do websites for a lot of your members, your website can be a really good referral source for members, and using your website and their membership and the membership of their staff, care managers, having them join and put in their information and come up in different places on the map. But equally, where you might not click through to someone who doesn't have a picture, because you are going to feel more comfortable about seeing them. Equally, if I look at 5 choices and only 1 has a website, or if I look at 5 choices and all of them have websites and one of them's really bad, it's fine to say that you shouldn't judge a book by a cover. But unless I have a really amazing referral for you, and I know because someone in my community said, this is the person to work with, don't pay attention to that website, it's bad. You're going to judge by how much work you put into it. I mean, and to some degree, that's logical, right? I can say that someone who puts out the effort to take care of their website, to manage their social media profile, to have a LinkedIn profile, to have a professional picture, might take more time with my mom if I'm looking for care.
Because they take more time with their business.
They put work into their business, and that work, it should come out in what they do in the rest of their operation.
Absolutely, couldn't agree.
And if you're in a really competitive market and people are really researching you, they're going to go from your website into social. And if you're really in a competitive market, then what you do on social and how you interact with the community is going to make a difference, because people are going to see you and you're going to be more top of mind. I mean, from a referral source marketing perspective, if you are doing the work to go out there eventually, right, and do breakfasts and lunches and nonprofits, and you get all those business cards and you aren't following up with an email marketing program or connecting with people on LinkedIn and then reminding them that your business is there, you have spent an hour to not get the rest of your return on your investment. So I think
thank you. Yeah,
there's a lot there in digital, even to support referral source marketing for care managers.
You know, when I started 2 years ago, I think people were looking at Facebook, and I think Facebook is really the place that families go, and we do that. But the business place that people go is LinkedIn. I really want to know what you've done, who you are. You know, who are you? Facebook doesn't tell me that. They may tell me you have a dog and you have a child and you live someplace, but LinkedIn is what's really going to make you stand out as a professional.
The other thing is LinkedIn for care managers. If you track, and a lot of care managers do, if you track where your business comes from and you tell me 80% of your business comes from referral sources, then your referral sources are on LinkedIn and your activity there will be seen by them. It's a great place for referral source marketing. I think Facebook is, I mean, it's kind of I had the opportunity to speak to Mid-Atlantic recently with someone on your team, with Courtney on your team. And we were talking to them about the importance of social media. And really, Facebook is kind of still the 800-pound gorilla in the room. Love or hate it, right?
No question.
You've got more older adults on there. You've got more people on there in general. And if you're going to be a part of the community and you are going to do these volunteer things and you're going to go to meetings and you're going to do these things, talking about it on Facebook is going to be seen by more people in the community.
That's right. Absolutely.
And that's going to be a place to tell your story. And honestly,
that's right.
If you're a person who's on there, I'm on a mom group for my neighborhood, right?
Right.
People ask for recommendations regularly for a lot of different things. And I've seen twice in the past probably year, people ask for help with a parent.
Right.
They say, and if you're on there, they just link to your website or they link to your Facebook page. And they're like, this person can help. This person's great. So it's growing, and being there and having a presence for your business is going to be important.
Connie, if you were going to tell members to do what two things you wanted our members to know, would it be that you all can help them with their websites and you all can help them with their social media? And if they need, go ahead.
If there were two things I'd like members to know, well, first, one thing I'd like members to know about our business is one of the biggest benefits that members tell me there is to working with us is that we understand you. We know care management. You are not going to call me on the phone and have to explain to me what a care manager is, right? I understand what a care manager is. We've been to your conference a number of times. We're a business member, and we know what you do, and we know the challenge. So you passed that hurdle, right? And then one of the second things is that digital marketing is here to stay. I mean, and you may love it or hate it, but if you think back to what you used to do, of like producing a print newsletter and putting it on envelopes and mailing it out and spending all of that money on print and mail, your investment on digital will be a fraction of the cost. And you will reach a lot of people. And there's still going to be a place for print and for mail, but you'll reach a lot of people that way. And so you may not love the change of the times or how it acts, but it's really a big advantage to businesses.
That's right, it is. We connect in many, many ways. Connie, thank you today for joining me for our little espresso chat. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, thank you.
And we will talk again soon. Thank you again, and watch for our next espresso chat. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Taney.